Welcome to part number 4 of the Legend of Zelda Swordless challenge. Now we're heading off to dungeon number 3, and here is where we start getting to the interesting parts of this challenge. In dungeon number 3, we are introduced to the most annoying enemy in the game, up until dungeon number 6, of course. We're introduced to the Darknuts, and the Darknuts are the typical knight enemies. They carry around a sword and a shield. They are very annoying to defeat because of this glitch, which doesn't quite allow you to defeat them how you might expect. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Here I'm buying some extra bombs, so I go into the dungeon with the full amount of bombs. I was too lazy to just go to the shop, buy some bombs, and then save, and then start my attempts that way. I actually had to buy those bombs every single attempt at this dungeon, which only took 2 tries, so it's not like I wasted a lot of time. I knew dungeon number 3 wasn't going to take me very long because it's an easy dungeon. There's not that many Darknuts to defeat, and it's not that bad, so I knew it wasn't going to take me that many. The first time I failed because I ran out of bombs, and you cannot defeat Darknuts without the bombs. At least not until we get the magic wand. But that's not until dungeon number 6, so we've got a while until we get the magic wand. Other than that, dungeon number 3 is pretty basic. All of the enemies can be defeated with the bow, so you shouldn't have that much problem. The bow it's a good substitute for the sword, at least until you get the magic wand. I mean, it kills a variety of enemies, and yeah, it's a good enough weapon. It can't defeat every single enemy, but it kills a lot of enemies, so it's a useful weapon. Now here we face the Darknuts for the first time. Now the only way we can hurt them at this point is with the bombs. Now these red Darknuts only take 1 hit, so they're not that bad. However, there's this interesting glitch. If you're facing the Darknut and he's facing you, the hit, it just won't register. Nothing will happen. And I also think if you're facing opposite directions, it also doesn't work. So you kind of have to place the bomb and then face like the direction to the left or right. Like if the Darknut is facing right, you should be facing up or down. And they turn unpredictably, and they're the hardest enemy to defeat, at least for now. It's just, you will run out of bombs sometimes. I mean, it's not so bad with the red Darknuts because they only take 1 hit to defeat, but later on we will be seeing the blue Darknuts, and they take 3 hits to defeat, and obviously you just don't have enough bombs. I mean, you get bomb upgrades later, so you have to start hitting 2 Darknuts at a time, or 2 or 3 Darknuts at a time, just so you can save bombs, and it becomes really... You have to be very patient, wait for them to line up, and then get your shot in. You have to take the opportunities when you can get them. It takes a lot of precision, and I don't know the word for it, but it takes precision, concentration, focus, and you really need to pay attention. Because if you're not, you're just going to waste all of your bombs, and you'll have to restart, obviously. For the boss of the level, place a bomb in the middle of it and try to destroy as much of it as you can. Once you run out of bombs, use the arrow, which kills it just fine. Collect your heart piece and then grab a piece of the Triforce, and you will complete dungeon number 3. Not that bad, definitely much easier than some of the later dungeons, but in the next video we will be heading to dungeon number 4.